What's going on, everyone? It is your girl, Queen, and thank you for joining me on my podcast. I really appreciate it. We will be discussing many topics and things like celebrity gossip, politics, life lessons, and etc. Please think of me as that homegirl that you've been knowing for years. Remember, the motto is never judge a book by its cover before opening it up and reading it, and agree to disagree. Just stand on what you're saying, period. So sit back, relax, please like, share, comment, give feedback because remember, this show is for the people. Love, peace, and unity. Mwah! What's going on, everyone? It is your girl, Queen, and this is Hot Topics. Let's jump right on into it. A 20-year-old, 3-year-old woman faces murder charges after allegedly using her brother to catfish a man on a dating app, luring him to a robbery. Man shoots brother to death in self-defense. So basically, this lady named Tat'yana, she met this man on a website called BOK. It's a dating app. So she meets, and I think it mostly catered to African American people to kind of like meet and stuff like that. I think I seen an ad on it somewhere like on Instagram or TikTok or something in that nature. But it's a dating app. So she gets on there, she makes a fake profile, sets up a date for this guy, but instead she is basically, he's waiting on the lady to meet up with her or whatever. And then next thing you know, the brother is there with a knife and he shoots her. I'm sorry, not her. He shoots the brother in self-defense. Now the brother was 18-year-old. The lady who set it up was 23 years old. His sister was 23 years old. Now she's facing charges because he's dead on the case of you. Let me read into it. It says that I'm sorry, I was trying to see what was the part. It was just basically letting it be known that the man that shot him will not be charged because it was a form of self-defense. So Gaston originally lied to police that she thought her brother was going to sell the man an iPhone. She claimed there was no planned robbery. However, cops found that she had texted Jermon telling him to come outside in preparation for the robbery. Gaston has been released on a 15,000 bond. Neighbors thought. Okay, so basically, the sister had told the police that the brother was supposed to be meeting up with the man to sell him an iPhone, not to rob him. See, and this is the thing that I really just dislike about when it comes down to meeting people online, and you just never know because some people are really out there and they want to meet people, and some people are preying on people. This is a very scary situation, and I'm not just saying it happens on dating app, even on social media, period. Like even before a dude gets the inboxing me and stuff like that, I am always leery because not only men can be set up, women can be set up also. So let's be very cautious because now she didn't set up her and got her brother killed because he come into a fight with a knife, and I guess he was of course going to harm the dude, whether he was going to stab him or hold him up. But I'm really thinking he was going to kill him with the intention to kill because you couldn't have been trying to do a robbery, and then you just never know who all is watching y'all. Now, remind you, this man is preparing to go on a date with a woman that he has a picture of. And that's the crazy thing about it. Like the sister, she used someone else's pictures. This is what I'm saying about social media and the website being so very dangerous. And be mindful of what you post and sit up here and say. A lot of you women are on these websites and stuff like that, posting all type of provocative pictures and doing different stuff like that, videos and stuff like that. Let me tell y'all something. It is somebody that is using your pictures and videos that you have no idea exactly where they're putting up there. Be mindful the next time that you sit up here and decided to upload a picture or provocative video that could basically, you know what I'm saying, like put you in a limelight of some type of danger. Because I'm pretty sure that the picture that she put on this website or this dating profile definitely was not the picture of her. It wasn't no picture of her. It was a whole different woman, whole different skin complexion and everything else. And so for this man to be thinking like, hey, I'm waiting on, me a day to find somebody, I'm trying to get out more and this would be a good thing. Next thing you know, he then set up here and somebody's prepared to kill him. You see what I'm saying? Somebody is literally sitting over here talking about trying to set him up to kill him, and it's so scary. Is because the fact is that I can see if this is social media where she found him and he was up there. You know, the other dude was probably flashing money and cars, and she thinking like, okay, let me set him up. She found him on an app where I never been on a dating app, but I think that with these dating apps, they're like plain and simple. Like, you know, like they're just kind of like one of those type of things where how you get on there, you meet the people, and then if you decide to link up with them, then you go into details. So I just wanted to like put that out there because so many of you guys are looking or you know are hoping for love and all this type of stuff and to find your mate on social media. Just be mindful next time somebody either get in your inbox, because it is inbox bandits. Y'all be surprised, and this goes for men and women. Stop being so thirsty. Stop it. You know, like a lot of us, like we get into that moment where we want to entertain and stuff like that, or we want to feel a connection, or you know, or whatever. But it's like sometimes you just have to really have a mindset of discernment, like, you know, just to think about the situation in the long run. Because I personally feel that you don't know who could be preying on your downfall. Just because you probably don't have the money or the type of stuff like that, and you be like, well, ain't nobody worried about me. It ain't like I'm famous. It ain't like I got money. It doesn't matter. Like I said, for instance, she lied and said her brother was going to sell this man an iPhone, but in reality, now your brother done lost his life because y'all was trying to set this man up, kill him, rob him, or whatever with their attention, and you don't know what these people are packing. And is there a time you don't know? That's why I don't even get into road rages and all that type of stuff. I let people have it. You know, your peace of mind and freedom is way much better. So another incident is a Houston rapper gets caught robbing an ATM machine after bragging about it in his lyrics. Let's listen to this story. Hold on.
Where he raps about robbing banks outside of the state, then getting back to Houston. But this time, police stop him before he gets back here. In a now ironic YouTube music video, rapper 213 Jug God can be seen with a gun on his waist.
Cause we can't let you lose control.
Rapping about robbing banks out of state, praying he makes it home.
Damn, what's taking long?
On Tuesday, the rapper, along with these three others from Houston, were arrested out of state near Nashville, Tennessee, accused of robbing an ATM technician at gunpoint.
If you're going to rap about it and then turn around and be about it and you get caught, that's on you. You shouldn't do stupid crap. And you definitely shouldn't violate the law and talk about it.
Police found these stacks of cash with Darius Dugas, Sassandre Dugas, Christopher Alton, and with Dijon Riley, also known as 213 Jug God. The rap name possibly in reference to jugging, when burglars follow unsuspecting people home from banks or malls to steal.
They want to glorify the fact that they're criminals. And that saddens me because we have all these kids watching this and they're glorifying it, and these kids look up to them. It's dumb. These guys are dumb. They deserve to be tossed under the jail just for being dumb.
Online criminal records revealed Darius Dugas and Dijon Riley were out of jail on felony bonds, both arrested several times before.
Convicted felons doing their music videos with guns. How dumb is that? That right there is enough to get them charged again if they do something like that.
Getting this money, we just praying that we make it home.
The Make It Home music video now gaining views after the arrest.
We just praying.
A song called Make It Home, where he...
Okay, so this is another prime example of putting your information out here on social media and it turning back on you. It can definitely be a major factor. See, the first story is about someone meeting somebody online and trying to set them up, and in the process of them trying to set them up, they end up dying. And then this story was about a rapper that basically made a song. You got away with the robbery, then you turn around and put it in the song, and then you think that it's okay and you got caught. Make it make sense. Like, this is exactly why I separate say be mindful and careful about what you say and do. And I was reading in the comments and somebody made a good point, like, y'all are making it easy for the cops. The cops are on these social media. I never understood why people flash money. I don't even care. Like, even back in the day when I in my little young dumb stages, because I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect, but even back in the day, like, I never understood why people sit over here and flash guns and, do all this type of weirdo behavior type of stuff. Like, you got guns, you got money, and then and half of the people be underage. They be under 21 years old. See, they've been doing this for the longest. Or sitting over here trying to sell drugs. Like, everything is not meant to be broadcast, especially criminal activities. That's how I know half of these people ain't no real G's or no, what I'm saying, like, no really undercover about their life, because y'all put everything on social media. And so he got caught, and therefore they're for to use your same lyrics. And this was something that was brought into the attention when it came down to, I want to say it was a Young Thug and Thugger and all, that could be the same person, but a lot of this was brought into their trial about their lyrics, because they're trying to basically hold these people accountable about what they say about in their lyrics. Like, if you rapping about robbing, killing, shooting, and popping pills, these law enforcement are looking into it, and then they're taking that, and they can use that against you in court, saying, well, hey, this person said something about killing, this person said something about drugs, and this and that. So what do you guys think about that? Do you feel like rap lyrics should basically be held against a rapper if he rap about anything illegal? It should be looked up into it. Yeah, let's get into that. Let me know what you think down below. Okay, so HoneyPot CEO addresses ingredient change. We're not the only company who does that. Let's look into what she had to say.
Somebody had posted that the HoneyPot had changed their feminine wash ingredients.
Yes.
And then also people saying, oh, I felt like it was different, it was irritating, so on and so forth. And then you did offer an explanation. But let's talk about what happened with the HoneyPot, why you did change the ingredients.
Well, with the way that the global supply chain is set up right now, there's certain ingredients that just aren't available anymore, right? Because they're in high demand. And so we needed to essentially make some changes to our formulation to work with ingredients that were plentiful, that we could continue to scale, right? And that's just the thing that happens. Things happen. Things have to change. We're not the only company that does this, right?
I was saying the same thing where, I have a coffee company, finding the tins, finding the lids, even at the juice bar, getting cups, honey, buying actual honey.
Yeah.
And the juice bar has went up in price, I think 6 times more than what it used to be.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people are struggling with those. Like, are we raising the prices? Are we just going to make less of our product? What is it that we can do?
Right.
It was a viral moment that happened, right? Somebody had posted.
Okay, so I don't know, probably a lot of my female listeners. Okay, it was a HoneyPot. Now, I'm just getting on to HoneyPots and stuff like that. But it was a Black-owned business. This lady has made millions off of this ingredient for as like her products because they was natural. So the question is, would you get upset or would you be mad and not support a company if they change their ingredients in the product and do not tell you? Now, the reason why I was asking this is because that she got a lot of backlash is because that a lot of people was buying her products because, for number one, she was a Black woman, and then for number two, her ingredients was natural. And she was basically, what I took from this interview, that she was trying to explain, like, hey, a lot of stuff is going up these days, and some of the products could not be available that we used to use, so we had to kind of like change it a little bit. Also, I felt like she was trying to say the brand is so much bigger than what I started off at, so therefore the production is bigger, so I had to cut some corners or do some ingredients another type of way so it can definitely kind of get still issued out. Now, would you feel betrayed or mistrusted? Because in my opinion, yes, Because like someone said too, like it's nothing for you to still make that announcement. Give people the choice in the item. You don't know the reason why a person is buying your products. And say, for example, if you sit up here and say, I specialize in all natural products, and then a person was like, okay, that's wonderful. That's what I believe in. And that is the solely reason why they're picking you. When you start adding any other type of formula or chemical, you need to at least let it be known for as like a press release, or just simply put it on the bottles and be like, hey, new ingredients or something like that. Because it's like you don't know how people's skin might react. You don't know the reason why they was using your product versus the other companies. So I do feel like that you definitely should make people aware that, hey, this is something that is changing. You know, the prices of it might change, because y'all don't mind changing them prices. Y'all don't mind putting them prices up there at a high level. But then when it comes down to you guys sitting over here like basically advertising it, or letting us know like, hey, you had to cut corners, or you had to change the ingredients or the formula, y'all don't want to tell them. Now if it's a secret, it's a secret, but then still let it be known. If it's not a natural raw product that you was doing from the beginning, yes, you need to let people know like, hey, the ingredients have changed, or we have a different formula, so therefore please buy at your own risk, something like that. So what do you guys think? Do you feel like that when companies change ingredients, products, and stuff like that, they should definitely let someone be aware of it? Let me know what you guys think. So Tisha Campbell on how she got MartinLawrence was Tisha Campbell on how she and MartinLawrence was able to get back on track after filing a lawsuit against him. Let's listen to this.
Each other's sentences. We were joking, we were laughing. It was like being on set again.
I know it was really fun to see you guys together too, because you could tell there's love there. You know, when the show ended, there was tension between you and Martin. You had filed a lawsuit against him, and he said it wasn't true. How were you able to get back on track with him? Because clearly you guys have worked it out.
We worked really hard to reconnect, to forgive, and it's really, this reunion is about a celebration of everything that we did, everything that we accomplished, and our growth as human beings. And so we concentrated mostly on that. But we were finishing each other's sentences.
Okay, so basically, Martin had did a reunion show with him and everyone except, Tommy. And I think the special was definitely good. I'm not gonna lie, I did not watch the whole episode of the reunion show. But just Martin and that show alone being like literally in my eyes the number one show sitcom to this day when it comes down to entertainment. I don't think that it's not one show that could compete with all the seasons of Martin. Like Martin is literally one of those shows where you could watch in the today time and still laugh at a couple of his episodes. I don't feel that way about certain episodes. Like I'm just saying, I don't feel that way about certain sitcoms. Like to me, Martin is literally the blueprint. So when it did end it and the way it ended and the scandal between her and Martin, because remind you, Tisha Campbell had filed like sexual harassment. She was up there saying like how Martin was very inappropriate, like he'll probably kiss her too long, or she felt uncomfortable around him. She just felt like it was definitely forced a lot of times. He was doing extra, and that was one of the reasons why the show ended, because you have to understand it was how many people? 5 people, like the main characters, and her and Martin was definitely a big factor. And anybody that watched the show from the beginning did feel the chemistry in between them. Like they had a good chemistry when it came down to, kissing, loving, whatever. You could feel it like it was literally legit. But when she got married to her husband at the time, now it's her ex-husband, the whole atmosphere seemed like it changed and she started filing lawsuits. So I'm glad that they basically can work through that and they kind of got over that for the bigger picture, because they did come together to celebrate over 20 years of the show, before it aired. So that's just listening to that, because I'm going to end it with that topic. This is a prime example of how to be very mindful and careful in the way you walk, because you don't know the bridges that you might burn in the long run that you might have to cross. Like, for example, like just be mindful, because like she said up here and said, we talked. You know what I'm saying? Like, we kind of reconciled. I don't know the details because a lot of people was feeling like that, you know, he never did that. And some people was feeling like, well, yeah, you know, it could have been true because she went that far to ruin this show. So, I mean, we don't know exactly what happened, but like she said up here and said, the conversation, we have reconciled. And sometimes that's all it takes is a conversation to basically get down to the root of a problem versus just letting it go. Like, this is the thing about certain people. Y'all got to stop just letting stuff go, because you're going to let stuff go and then you're going to look up and then years is going to pass. And all it took was a clear understanding. Even if you feel like you're not in the wrong, sometimes just listen to the person in their perspective or their point of view. Listen to them and see what they have to say, because you know why? Then you can correct it then versus them telling you 15, 20 years later of how they felt. Because I'm pretty sure even if she felt uncomfortable with Martin and stuff like that and this and that, now I wish it could have been a situation where she went to the producers or whatever and let them know. And if they feel like that, you know, that what she was saying was definitely true, or they feel like, hey, this can ruin the show, I wish they could have went to Martin and they could have did something behind closed doors in a respectful manner. Now, if he would have never respected that, then I can absolutely sit up here and see why she walked away. Because some people just do it without even letting you know, and you can honestly not be trying to offend them. So even if he did kind of kiss you a bit a little longer, you feel like he was doing extra and stuff like that, hey, did you at least, you know what I'm saying, like bring it to their attention, like, and let them know and be like, hey, if he does this again, I will walk away from this show. I'm not in that place. I don't feel comfortable in this and that. Whether you felt like that from the beginning, no means no. Whatever time you say it, no means no. So what do you guys think about that? Do you feel like that Gina was literally the reason why the show canceled? Do you feel like that no matter what, she should have basically, you know, went to Martin and tried to reconcile the situation sooner? How do you guys think about that? Because like I said, and say, they feel like the show would have lasted a little bit longer. A lot of fans feel like the show would have lasted a little bit longer if Tisha Campbell did not sit over here and basically say and do certain things. So let me know what you guys think. That's it for our topics. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you. Mwah. See you next time.